What is up, guys, and welcome to the Burnley versus Chelsea review. There is 3 minutes left of added time. I just did 3 minutes where I was chatting absolute nonsense, so I've decided to redo the review. But welcome to the Chelsea versus Burnley review. It is 2-0 as things stand. Whether or not it will stay that way, I don't know. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet. We've had a few clean sheets recently. Well, I feel like we've had a few. Did we just get a clean sheet last week? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Or did we get a clean sheet before that? We had a clean sheet against Fulham. I can't remember. There's too many games at the moment. It's honestly at times difficult to remember how many people we've played recently. There's times I forget games. Better than Wolves. There's no doubt about that. When we've scored, for fuck's sake. This is an instant improvement. I apologise for that. I look like an actual... God, look at that, man. Jesus. I look like... Oh my God. I'm going to put my hood up. I look like something... I look ridiculous, quite frankly. But no, a good performance, back onto the thing. Although the first half I was frustrated at times. I felt like, although, yeah, it was an improvement because we were creating chances from the Wolves games, the passes were a bit more sloppy and a bit sluggish. And obviously we weren't taking a chance. In the first half, I thought Tammy Abraham probably put in one of his worst halves this season. And I know Tammy gets a lot of criticism because people think he runs weirdly, which at times, and he's a bit, he's not really making a lot of, the way he's not good on his feet per se, and he makes stupid touches and he can't. I think that criticism is a little bit harsh at times with Tammy. I think he's been probably our most informed striker at times this season. Although he was awful today, and there's no defending today. His link-up play just weren't there, and every now and again he drops absolute stinkers like that where it's difficult really to defend him. Timo Werner, though, you have to say, was disappointing in the first half as well, and slightly improved in the second half, but missing too many chances. I know the guys are on confidence. I feel for the lad, but at the same time, there has to come a point where we've got to say, look, today he got a start today and it hasn't worked. It hasn't, fuck off, Tukowski. Fuck you. Sorry. Please don't fucking concede now. Oh, Jesus Christ, we nearly did. But for me, Werner can't start next game. I do like Werner. I want to see him succeed, but he can't start next game. He can't, because he's not done anything to warrant starting again, and that's what I hope is the case with Tuchel. Alonso will probably bloody start now because of his goal. Fuck me, 19 attempts to Burnley's 1, 8 on target, 0 for Burnley. Been comprehensive, it's been very, very comfortable. But I just feel I want a bit more. I felt there was a bit more intensity at times. I know it's difficult, but I want more intensity. I want more invention. But I thought it was all right. I thought we were pretty good today. I think, considering this is a second game, really, really promising signs in many respects. And 3 points. And in this season, that really is all that matters, is getting 3 points, getting it through, getting across the line and just getting up the table. Move up to 7th, I think, is with this result, which is really good for us. Like I say, for me, Mason Mount coming in today, I thought he played really, really well. If it wouldn't have been for how well Hudson-Odoi played, we'd have won full-time, 2-0 Chelsea, getting Thomas Tuchel's first win as Chelsea boss. But for me, Hudson-Odoi was fantastic today. The defence was fantastic. Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, again, another fantastic performance. Really good, didn't put a foot wrong, didn't really have to do much. But like I said, Mount coming in I thought was fantastic. I thought he created Chelsea. The only thing with him today is shooting is a bit off. But then that was the problem with the whole of the attacking lineup. It didn't matter with Werner, Abraham, Mount, Pulisic. The finishing was off. And that's obviously somewhere that needs to be worked on, because we are now creating chances. We should have won that game 3-4-0. Kovacic and Jorginho, it was all right. I mean, I'm not convinced with the two of them playing together. I like Kovacic. Jorginho, I'm not massively sold on. I think he's a great player. I don't know. He didn't do bad. I didn't do anything wrong. Defensively, I always think he leaves us vulnerable. He's done all right in that sense in the last 2 games. We've got 2 clean sheets. We can't have done much wrong. I also feel like I don't know. I'm just not that massively convinced with him. But if he can, if we keep winning football matches, or if he keeps doing all right, then I guess. But now Kante come back. It'll be interesting to see who he picks once Kante gets fit. Whether he goes for a Jorginho and a Kante, or whether he goes for a Kovacic and a Kante. I think Kovacic Kante works better, but obviously I may be completely fucking wrong. What the fuck would I know? But we're up to 7th, just 4 points away from top 4. Although if Liverpool win today, that won't be the case. Obviously we've got Tottenham coming up in is it midweek? I think it's Thursday. I don't know if they class that as midweek, end of the week, whatever you fucking want to call it. Burnley above the relegation zone, only by a couple of places, but there's a lot of points in between. So yeah, not a bad result. Like I say, not a bad performance. I thought there were lots of positives to get from it. At times, again, I do feel like, you look at today and you think we should have created more chance. We shouldn't have created more chance. Sorry, we should have taken our chances better. But we took 2 and we got a win and we got a clean sheet. It's what you need to do. I mean, it's a fantastic goal from Alonso. I've just seen it again. It's absolutely fantastic control and finish, and it's left foot. It's absolutely ridiculous at times. But no, again, like I say, I keep saying a decent performance. It was. I mean, I don't want to say it was amazing because I don't feel like it was, but it was decent. I would like to see. I don't know. There's just this is the thing. I don't even know what is missing. It just feels like there's just some sort of spark missing, and I think it comes with our, the fact that a lot of our players at the moment are either low on confidence or just a bit out of form. You look at Havertz. I mean, Havertz has done well. I thought he did. I think I was a bit critical of him in the Burnley game. I thought he did all right, looking back. But you've got Havertz, you've got Werner, you've got Abraham today. You've got Pulisic at the moment. You've got Ziyech since he come back from the injury. These are flair players at the moment. Just aren't. None of them are at the top of their game. And you only need 1 or 2 of them at the top of their game, and the whole thing will look different. I feel like that's what it is today. You've got Hudson and Odoi putting in an amazing shift at right wing back. Finally get the run on the side, which is fantastic. For me, if I was Tuchel and I was going to play the same formation against Tottenham, I would be looking at playing Hudson-Odoi at right wing and playing Reece James at right wing back, and then the same sort of back 3, because you can't really change it when you've kept 2 clean sheets in a row. Probably you're going to play Alonso now, but Chillers or Alonso, I don't really mind. I mean, Alonso, you have to say, probably does work in some respects better here, but I just question him defensively. I just know Alonso's going to do what Alonso always does. It's just a case of when he does it. I mean, he had a few moments today, but again, I don't want to be too critical of him because it just feels like I'm just being critical of him for the sake, because he wasn't actually that bad. And then I would play Kovacic and Kante in the midfield, and then I would play Mount, Hudson-Odoi, and then you've got the pick of, I don't know, with the strike. This is a problem because we've got quite a lot of out of form players. It's difficult because you're going to also want to say, well, you really want to get Ziyech in, but Mount after today can't really be dropped in my opinion. But then you've only unless you keep Hudson-Odoi's right wing back, and then you don't play Reece again. So that is, I think, a bigger problem with this Chelsea side at the moment, is we have too many players that we can't seem to find a way to fit them in. And when everyone's out of form, it's not so bad when you've got 3-4 players that are in good form and then a couple of players are out of form, because obviously they come out the side. But when a lot of your front flair players just aren't really at it and you're trying to give them minutes to try and pick up their spark per se, is an issue when, of course, you've got all of them in a similar kind of run of form and they're not really playing that well. What do? You've got to try and give them more minutes, but you've only got a certain amount of positions on the football pitch. It will be interesting to see against Tottenham. It's a big, it's one of the big sides per se in the league. Whether or not we see a difference in formation or even the way we play and the style that we play, I think we will. It's just going to be interesting to see what we do see. Now, I don't necessarily think formation will change, but I think the way we play will change. I think one of the things that is interesting with Thomas Tuchel is that you can't really predict the starting 11. I have no idea what it's going to be like really at Tottenham. Nothing would really surprise me. I mean, at the moment, it feels like if we had, like I say, a striker that was banging form and that you felt sort of reliant on, and you had sort of one of the wingers who was really on it, then I think this would be a 3-4-0 Chelsea win today. Unfortunately for us today, Abraham didn't really cut it, Timo Werner didn't really cut it, but luckily for us, on the complete flip side, Hudson-Odoi, Azpilicueta, the defence was very strong, the midfield was very good, Mount was good, and it got us through and got us across the line for a big win against the Burnley side that were in really, really good form, obviously beating Liverpool away recently. So, it's not a bad scalp, it's a good 3 points, and that's probably where I'll finish it. For me, like I say, a decent performance, missed a lot of chances, need to improve on the shooting, there's no doubt about that. Very impressed by our defensive sort of set up, the way we seem to defend. I mean, obviously there wasn't a lot of chances, but we do look good. It looks solid at least, so that we have a bit of a better shape, I feel. We're passing the ball very well, starting to create chances now, starting to understand where players are with this new system. It seems to be that they're starting to understand the system as well. We've just got to start putting those chances away and really try and get some of these better players up front. Your Abrahams, Abraham just scored a hat-trick for fuck's sake. I'm saying the guy's out of form, but we just need consistency, and that's the issue with this with the Chelsea attacking unit this year. There's been no consistency other than really Mount. You've had no player who you think's been consistent from sort of, you know, 1 minute they play well, 1 minute they drop a bit of a stinker, and it's difficult. It's difficult for managers. It's difficult for fans to fucking deal with it. But good win, 3 points, positive, clean sheet, 2 goals, and our first win under Thomas Tuchel. We've played 180 minutes now, we haven't conceded a goal and we've scored 2, so not too bad. On to Tottenham on Thursday, which is a much bigger game. I know I keep saying we're going to do a preview for a match. I will do a preview for the Tottenham match. You have my word. I'll see you for that. And more on this channel very soon. Please do subscribe if you are new around here. Share the video if you want to. Follow me on all my socials, they'll be down in the description below. Please let me know what you thought of the game. Who do you think played well? How do you think we played? Etc. And I will probably go and fucking wash my hair because it looks like shit. Bye.